Hi, it's Arthur here. I'd like to explain to you how to access eBooks. To do that, of course, we need to go to the School of Special Educational Needs homepage, and if we don't have that saved to our favourites, all we do is go to our browser and we type in SSEN and we can locate it like that. Now, we don't want the Sydney Morning Herald, and Hospital School Services seems a little bit out of date, so we're going to go to the School of Medical and Mental Health under Hospital School Services. That's our third choice there. That's the one we want. Bingo! Your page should look something like this. As you know, the photograph changes. But we need to scroll down just a little bit. And by scrolling down, we find the Resource and Information Centre. And there's the link that we need to take to go across to the eBooks location. Now that we've clicked on that link, this is what comes up on our screen. And what we find of particular interest is this advanced search button just here. Notice that this section here is blank. We'll come back to that one later. Notice this one is in general search, and we'll leave that there. And this one here, all material types, we're going to scroll down to the very bottom of that. It's quite a long list when you click just here on the pick list, and we're going to find eBooks. So clicking on the pick list here brings up this list, and we need to scroll down to the very bottom of that. And here we have it down the very bottom, eBooks. That's the one we're going to select. So here we have eBooks selected, and by tapping in here we bring up our keyboard, type in some search terms, Australia, Outback for example, and remember I'm choosing to leave these ones alone. Then we hit go on the keyboard and we get our results. And yay, we have 2 entries found. Woohoo! Just remember though that if we hadn't chosen eBooks here and had left that pick list at all material types, it would have found not only the 2 eBooks that we found, but all other resources, that is physical ones, which are available in the School of Special Educational Needs library. And indeed, we can see what our search for all material types has come up with. We can see down here, instead of 2 entries when we had just eBooks selected, we've got 17 entries, and trust me, they do include those 2 eBooks that we found previously. Now, let's go back to where we were, which was looking at eBooks and how we access those. Of the 2 eBooks we found, both of them, this one here through Overdrive is available, and this one here through Wheelers is also available. So the part which interests us now is opening the web resource there, and the same thing down here for the Wheelers. Usernames and passwords for Wheelers were allocated to staff at the beginning of 2014. So if you've joined us since then, you may need to contact the Resource Centre to get that set up for you. Remember that the email address is your e-number, and the PIN number has been allocated to you, and it's on a list. Every staff member has a special PIN starting with the letter H and ending with a number. I can't say any more than that. So just remember that is not an email address, it's an e-number, and that's the PIN number which has been allocated to you, and there's a list for every staff member with a 3-letter and 4-digit number after that. Of course, the next step is to touch sign in, and here we have our text, and here we have the borrow button, and we have a 14-day lending period by default, which gives us a choice to download it to this device, which means we don't need to have internet or Wi-Fi to read it, or read it in our browser, which means we can access it on any device, but we need to have access to the internet via Wi-Fi or 3 or 4G. So that's a big tick next to having a look at an Overdrive book. Let's see what happens when we try Wheelers. To do that, we'll need to open the web resource as we did before for the Overdrive. So this down here is the bit that interests us because we want to take out a loan. So we touch login to borrow this title, and notice I have asked the computer to remember my login, and that brings up my username because I am lazy, forgetful, but cunning. So since my username was there already, I type in the password. That's the same password for Wheelers as I previously used in Overdrive, and then of course it's a matter of pressing sign in or touching go. It's all the same thing. So it's gratifying to see the word successful. This must only happen on the first time, I think, which means that we can borrow now. So let's click on that. So the loan has been successful and the book is ready to read, and there's a button we could press on so we could read it now. After which a few swipes with the finger from right to left bring us to chapter 1 of the book, and away we go with it. I hope this presentation has been of some help to you. I certainly enjoyed making it. Bye.